Shalom, shalom, birthday. How about Shem Yabashah Bashem Kakadash? We get right back into it. This is a piggyback from my last video. So look, I'm gonna get into this. I just said in the last video before they even released. Actually, they haven't told, if you will, Babylon yet, right? They ain't gonna tell you on the news. Told you don't trust these devils. They just came out and said two things. I'm gonna touch on the second thing later. I'm gonna touch on the first one first. This heathen here just admitted to the prophecy. So understand this, okay? The Israelites, like when I broke down Ezekiel 38, all right, matter of fact, let me get to it for the sake of it. If you watch just the last video, if not, just go back and look at it, but I'm going to touch on it. When I, in Ezekiel 38, I said, look at verse, well, pretty much the whole thing, 2 and 3, right? When you're looking at verse 2 and 3, I said that was Russia, right? So you look at verse 3, that's Russia, right? Verse 4, you're talking about Russia, okay? And then verse 5, when it says Persia, that's Iran. All right, so Persia is Iran. So with that understanding, that's Iran today. It's not people today to say themselves Persians, et cetera, right? That it's Iran. That's who it's talking about, right? You got to listen to the Israelites to get the prophecy. We didn't go to no theology school or seminary school, right? The Most High put the Spirit on us and give us the understanding. They had colleges around back in Rome, back in Greece and all that. How you think they were doctors and lawyers and clergymen and all that? Tax advisors and all that. They listen, anyway, my point is, let me get right back to this. Okay. He's going to say he's a what you call a small hat, a fake Jew. He's going to say Iran has never attacked us in the history of the world. Well, if you understand the Bible, if you understand, if you understand the Israelites' history and all that, you would know that we were already under the Persian captivity. You know that from watching a movie called 300. Who was Leonidas and them Spartans and some of them Israelites? Who were they fighting? So watch this. By default, they know it. He said this attack by Iran, it just changed our reality. What he's saying is, I understand that, hold on, we cannot be the Israelites if this is happening to us. Watch, let's play it.
Iran, but the entire Middle East, we already see that several countries have shut down their airspaces, and we can see GPS shutdowns all over Israel. So it's definitely something that changes reality. We haven't seen anything like that before in the Middle East. It's the first time in history that Iran attacks Israel from its borders.
You see that? The first time in history. By biblical default, that's a lie. If they're the Israelites. I'm going to pause on that for those who don't really understand the scriptures. You're witnessing prophecy. Now, here's what I want to get at right here. I'll pause to give it a background, okay? This Hezbòlah right now, if you listen to my last video just a few minutes ago, I said that, hey, they said they only shot off 100 drones. Wait till it really come out, because I think Biden going to address the nation. I said they shot out hundreds, right? Because from the information I received, right, to keep the brother safe, they shot off hundreds. Information just came in and saying, no, it's anywhere from 500 to 600 with cruise missiles. And now Hezbollah, this is what you're seeing right now. They firing off on Israel right now. They overwhelming their defenses. They're not showing or telling y'all everything. What they rolling on them cameras is old footage. This is live, right? So this is what's really going on. They finna get hammered, right? And you got the two aircraft carriers sitting out there in the Red Sea. You got Russians and the United States. If those planes, if them F-22s and F-35s, if they take off, Russia's gonna sink them. Remember, they got those two submarines I brought out a while ago that are circling around the United States right now with those Satan 2 missiles on them. They can't find those Russian submarines. They haven't been able to locate them since November. They can't find them. So they know Putin ain't bluffing. The Bible says Putin is not bluffing. Right? This is prophecy what everybody looking at. All right? This is the 200 million. This is the beginning of sorrows, right? Well, we're already in that. There's wars and rumors of wars. See, Christians don't understand that. You pass rumors of wars. There's no more rumor. There ain't been a rumor in years. Right? So this is Hezbollah with those about 600 drones, and they finna fire off from the boats, and the United States has no choice but to step in. They have no choice. That's what the scriptures say. He says, I'm gonna use the least of them to bring them out. Remember I said Ukraine and Israel, they're Khazars, right? When this first popped off with Russia, a few videos ago, I showed y'all that Putin said a few years ago, this is the primary reason. Go back to it. It's about 3 or 4 videos ago. He said, this is the primary reason I'm invading Ukraine. And he was like, why? And he showed everybody the black Israelites. He said, look, all these people black. He said, they got them in slavery. He said, this is the number one reason. He didn't say, I want the land back. I want this. He opened up the catacombs and said, this is why I'm invading. Why? Because they got God's children in captivity. All this is in the Bible. Anyway, let me play this video. I'm going to give a background. This is right now.
واحد يترك واحدهم نيران انتقل نيران يا الله والعباس بنيران وين عنقف والعباس بنيران عنقف خويا عنقف ايران الخياس شكله صاير شيء تضروسك شكله صاير شيء كاك واحدهم ما يرابع الرابع هذا الرابع كيف صواريخ وين رايح هذا اخوي يمشي هذا وين راح يطير الرابع.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I want y'all to see this popping off, right? They all of them in line trying to run to the ATM, trying to get gas. Everything's shut down. The internet, everything over there, it's all shut down, right? And it's gonna come here. Matter of fact, let me get because I mentioned this last time, but I didn't get it. Okay, so what we seeing is the beginning to this. Let me get that in Revelations, right? Because somebody did send me an email and ask, right? So in Revelations 9, let's get to it, right? I'm just get straight to it. 9 and 16, right? Look at that, six trumpet army from the east. All right, I'm gonna just get right to it. Revelation 9 and 16. This is what John the Revelator saw. This is what a lot of your sons and your daughters, right, and your wives and a lot of you sisters out there, and the Akims too, a lot of the brothers out there. This is what y'all be seeing in y'all dreams. Y'all be seeing the destruction. I saw war and stuff coming down from the sky, and the Most High showing you, because right, if you know it or not, you Hebrew. We Hebrew by blood. Black is a color. So he's giving us that warning. Why? So when this stuff happens, you are not. We all probably gonna piss our pants, but you won't shit your pants. All right. He's giving you a warning so this don't overtake you. You won't be surprised. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get there too. Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. All right. When we get into that, he's talking about what you just saw. He's talking about those nukes, those missiles, those ballistic missiles, right? Those nuclear Scud missiles. That's what he's talking about. Specifically, if you know anything about nukes, right? Or the different missiles that they have, they shoot up in the air and they break away like a rocket. And then they shoot more warheads out of it. So they could detonate one over Florida, right? And it pops over Florida. And then out of that comes 50 more missiles out of that. One going to Miami, one going to Fort Lauderdale, one going to Savannah, Georgia, one going here. That's how it works. So it's almost impossible to track them. All right. So that's what he saw. Matter of fact, let's get into that. Look at verse 19. I wasn't even finna go here. Right. So the verses before, he's describing what he's seeing. These are the ancient times. He's describing like, yo, it's like a snake or a scorpion and it moves, but it got stuff coming out the back, and he's seeing these missiles fly through the sky. Don't they create like a trail, almost like a chemtrail? This is what John's describing. Verse 19, for their power, these missiles, is in their mouth, right? So the head of the missile, remember I said it breaks apart, and in their tails. So that front end gonna pop open. If you look at a missile like it's laying down, right? The front end of that missile, right, is gonna pop open, and more bombs gonna come out of that, more warheads gonna come out of that. The back end of it pops open too, like a rocket, and some come out of there too, right? This is what he's saying. He's trying to describe it. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, right? You see the missiles going through the sky. They what we just see. Look, let's go back to that. I'm gonna play some more of that. Let's go back to that. Look. All right, you understand what you're seeing? For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. He's seeing the fire, right? He's seeing like a snake. For their tails were like unto serpents. They leave that smoke. And had heads. And with them they do hurt. So he's saying, yo, everybody was dying. 10,000 fall at your left, 20,000 at your right. But to the Israelites, no harm gonna come near us. That's all in Psalms. He's saying, look, nothing's gonna happen to us. Long as we keeping the law and we got faith. And we don't. I'm trying to just, round it up. This is what John was seeing. All right. So this is what we're seeing now. Like, this is all prophecy for the Israelites, man. We want this to happen. This is literally what's happening right now. Matter of fact, I said he's giving us warnings. Yahweh Shem Yahushua giving us warnings in our dreams and everything like that. So let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5. Right. I'm going to just read from verse 1. We'll go over there. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, because we know the times and the seasons. We measure it diligently within itself. That lunar solar eclipse just passed. We know this. No man knows a day or an hour, but we do know a season. This is why Yahushua was saying, look, when you see what the prophet said, look what Daniel, look what Ezekiel said. He said, then heaven is going to be at your front door. Salvation is not. He said, even at your front door. So, hey, I'm on my way to your house, bro. Cool. I already know you on your way. I don't know what exact minute you gonna make it there, but I know you on your way. That's what he's saying. So we do know a season, okay? We pay attention to this stuff. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, this is what Biden finna get on the TV and tell everybody that everyone's safe, everything's fine. The United States homeland will be protected. UK's fine, France is fine, Australia's fine, right? Israel's fine. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and shall not escape. They not getting out of these prophecies. If me and your black ass, if our ancestors, they didn't get out of that slavery, they ain't getting out of this, right? Verse 4, right? But ye brethren, Israelites only, we are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. If we are under that spell and under the Roman Catholic Christian Church, if you walk into the church and all that, you are under a spell biblically. So this is going to overtake you as a surprise. Well, I think we're all fine. No, this is going to hit y'all like a ton of bricks when it happens. And it actually says when that happens, y'all going to be coming to the prophets, the servants, y'all going to be coming to the Israelites. Y'all call us Power Rangers. He says, y'all going to be coming to us begging for our prayers. Meaning you're going to be coming to us with your questions when all this pop off like it is now, right? Verse 6, and we'll get out of here. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober, right? We're watchmen. This is what we're supposed to do. We got to sound the trumpet, okay? So they probably going to come over here and tell y'all, but hey, this is amping up. Like now, it's not the time. If you're at brunch and all that right now, you better be having your last little BC and your glasses of water so you can sober up. Now ain't the time for all that. With that, shalom.